Hello, and welcome to Indiana Beach. This is now my second time here. It is opening day today, and I'm excited to check out all of the rides, everything there is to do. I'm also joined by my sister.
Hi, I'm Mare.
I'm excited to get back on rides like Lost Coaster, which was my 100th roller coaster last year, as well as all the other rides, and there's a couple that I wasn't able to get to last time, so hopefully we'll be able to check those out. Hoosier Hurricane is good. I'll agree with what I said last year when I visited. It doesn't really have airtime where it's lifting you out of the seat, but there are a couple moments where it's just weightless. Like, I think the views from this ride are spectacular. It's like if you shrunk down Millennium Force and Lake Erie, you'd get Hoosier Hurricane and Lake Schaefer. It's the prominent coaster right on the water. And in fact, a few of the hills and the valleys are literally over the water. Like the supports go over the water and you can see through the track to the water. So that's really cool. It's running good this year. It's definitely a bit bumpy in certain areas, but there's a good bit of fresh wood. It's not the full wood stack, but a couple layers in a few sections around the coaster. So that's always good to see that the park is doing their best to keep the ride operating well. I love that the Woodies here use the buzz bars, even though this doesn't have ejector airtime. It's just fun to have a little more space. But yeah, Hoosier Hurricane, it's a good time. Something I think is so funny about this park is there's like two stories to everything. Tig'rr Coaster is on top of a fish restaurant. Even Lost Coaster is on top of the taco stand. But Tig'rr Coaster was great. If you watched my video from last year here at Indiana Beach, that was the one coaster I didn't ride. So I now have reached Indiana Beach coaster park completion. But this was my first Jetstar, Schwarzkopf Jetstar. Super fun ride. A lot of it is pretty chill, but the first drop and the first turn, whoa, intense. There were also a couple moments where I wasn't positive we were gonna make it over the hills. So good design, Schwarzkopf. One car, and one car is a maximum of 4 people, and that's getting like really cozy with everyone. 2 is what you would do if it was you and a stranger, unless you want to get to know them. And Tig'rr Coaster is a ride that could definitely use another car. Also considering, these Jetstars have a separate load and unload station, and that actually slows things down if you're only running one car. So Indiana Beach, please. That was Steel Hawg, and since I rode it last year, I don't remember the trimming that hard on the drop, and it kind of kills, I think, what would be a really fantastic drop. Everything else about the ride, still awesome. It's a smooth enough ride that the kind of weird S&S separate restraints, the lap thing is separate from the shoulder thing, they don't bother me because it's a smooth enough ride. You're not really slamming into everything, but still just like a wild mouse on crack. These rides that are still thrilling but don't need much of a plot of land, I think these would be great for other small parks like Indiana Beach. So I rode this with Mare. I rode everything here with Mare, but whether she's on the video every time.
I liked going upside down. I loved the over 90 drop. It was a little slow, which I appreciated because it kind of gives you time to appreciate being upside down or over 90, but it also could have been fun a little faster.
Holy smokes, if we're talking about goofy, janky, the shooting dark ride, the Den of Lost Thieves, I've never been on that old school of a dark ride, or at least that old school sort of janky of a dark ride. I won't spoil it too much, but I really like the shooting rides where when you shoot the target, something happens physically with the set. I think that's so much more endearing than the screen-based shooting dark rides, or even you get rides like Buzz Lightyear at Disney. And because that's like an Omnimover system, there's too many people, everything you shoot can't react. That's why it's like a whole lot of lights and things are just kind of moving consistently. I really like when the animatronics and the sets react to the shots. That ride starts in pitch darkness, and for a second, I was like, is this going to be like a terrifying horror ride? No, it's just unnecessarily dark for no reason. And then you get to the sets that are lit up, but I actually loved that thing. That's great. The Cyclone's closed today. I don't really care because I rode it last time and I would not have prioritized it this trip, but that's a Cyclone Galaxy. They're good rides and it fits this park atmosphere. Hope they get it up soon. Cornball Express. I liked it better than last time. I didn't not like it last time, but last time I don't think I rode it with a full train. That makes a difference on Cornball. So this time around, I definitely noticed the stronger airtime compared to Hoosier Hurricane. But I don't know if I'd necessarily really put one above the other. They're very different. I like Hoosier Hurricane's view, the big drops. I really like the airtime pops and the laterals on the helix for Cornball. So they're just different. I think that out of all the coasters here at Indiana Beach, Cornball Express kind of has the biggest difference between the front and the back. So definitely try both. In the front, you really get hopped up the airtime hills, and in the back, you definitely get that more sustained pullover. And they're very different on this ride. So check them out. Check both of those out. The drop tower is not too tall. In fact, it's only, hey Siri, how tall is Indiana Beach's drop? It's only 80 feet tall. And I know S&S makes the towers that launch up, and I know that they make the ones that push down. And I guess I knew that there were the ones that did both. I didn't realize this was one of them. Normally I'd put a couple other drop tower types above the S&S ones, but the double shot, the up and the down, you get unbelievable airtime. Yeah, so the airtime is pretty good because it goes up and down. You get both. Oh, it's also weird to ride a drop tower that doesn't have a top. I know that the tops on these things don't do anything, but it still just looks like it could go right off the end. It won't. So Lost Coaster is still the janky Frankenstein of what used to be a dark ride and is now a wooden roller coaster. Last year when I was at Indiana Beach, this actually was my 100th roller coaster. I haven't ridden a ton more since then, but it's nice being back on one of the goofiest rides ever. The hairpin turns are so tight that CCI, the company that made this ride, had to manufacture completely different trains that could handle those tight turns. At this point, I've never even ridden it forwards. Half the seats face forward, half face backwards, and I could not recommend enough, at least for your first time riding this thing, ride it backwards. It is so disorienting riding it backwards. It's hilariously fun. The laterals are so intense. The airtime pops are crazy, and there's even some like dark ride special effects sort of things happening. So it's great. I love this thing. I would ride it again and again. If it wasn't running one train, and it's 8 people per train, that line is moving slow.
It was really fun because I think it's the first ride where we were genuinely laughing the entire time because we were riding backwards and you're just getting pitched left or pitched right. I was getting body slammed by John on most of the turns. It was hilarious. Highly recommend going backwards.
No triple loop, no triple loop today. Maintenance was working on the little boost lift thing over there earlier today, and I never saw it test. Indiana Beach also said it would run with the last car backwards. That's not a thing. What's up with that? So hopefully they get on top of all of that soon. I was really excited about the backwards thing, but honestly, I was just as excited, if not more, to experience it, because since my last video, Indiana Beach listened to everyone who was like, hey, these over-the-shoulder restraints hurt. Like, both drops into the loop sections have some very quick aggressive banking that if you're not prepared for, maybe even if you are, it's like getting punched in the neck. So now it's just a lap bar. That's great. That's awesome. I was really excited to give that a shot. So next time. I love this park's atmosphere. At this point, I've been to several independent, small amusement parks, and yet there's something different about Indiana Beach. And I think it's the combination of, it's in the Midwest, but it doesn't feel like it. This almost just feels like a beach town somehow, like just like the boardwalk vibe and the way that it's just restaurants and rides and things just stacked on top of each other. It feels very like touristy beach town. And I really like that vibe. It's different. This is different. That being said, I don't remember if I said it last time, but a few rides could use a new coat of paint. That's still true, especially the water slides, and they're not even open. Number 2, and a way bigger issue for me, there's no drinking fountains. And they said that they removed them. The combination of no drinking fountains and then also the 3 restaurants I asked to get a water cup from for free, declined. That's not cool. I'm not a fan of that at all. By nature, you're gonna get a lot of dehydrated people And it rubs me the wrong way to force them to pay to stay hydrated. And lastly, the inconsistency with a couple of the rides. Triple Loop never opened. I did actually get to ride the park's log flume. I didn't do that last time. And apparently a chain snapped. I don't know if it's the lift chain because it's a lift belt. So I don't know exactly how that worked. Lost Coaster went down for several hours. Cyclone didn't open. Overall, it's been good. Most of the rides did operate, and even the ones with lower capacity, the crowds aren't too bad here, so I get it. And it's opening day. You expect there to be a couple hiccups. I just hope things can get smoothed out as we get into the year. I think that's gonna do it for our day here at Indiana Beach. This is my second time here. It's Mare's first time. How did you like it?
10 out of 10. Definitely favorite ride was the Hoosier Hurricane. Loved just that first drop going right towards the water.
But yeah, it was a great day. We got on pretty much everything that there is to ride. We got on Hoosier Hurricane multiple times, the drop tower multiple times, hit the Pronto Pups multiple times. But that's gonna do it. If you liked the video, consider liking it. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe. My name's John.
And I'm Mare.
You've been watching Midcourse Discourse, and we'll see you next time.